good soup.
I guess we'll have no cold opening, right? We'll just get right into it.
Well, we didn't. There was no pause between mic tests and
Wait, the mics are on?
opportunity for cold opening.
That's
yes, they
what-
were
yeah.
on. You saw him test the mics. Don't stop. Stop acting like you don't think the mics are on.
But testing it and then starting it is two different things. No?
The mics are on for the test, you idiot.
Oh, they're live.
Yes.
They're burning.
Oh, God, I can't do this anymore. I swear to God. Look at him.
We almost stopped it.
Look at his bangs. You see his bangs?
I'm getting a haircut. This isn't the Nash release.
We almost ended the podcast, too. We were so close, and then we're back on it.
I think it looks good, honestly.
Thank you.
When I first saw you, I thought, yeah, Nash, that works.
Supposedly, I look like Ben Stiller in Tropic Thunder.
This kid's been doing
One
the flip
scene.
Yeah,
since,
in your
like,
fucking dreams.
6th grade.
What are you, big Ben Stiller guy in Tropic Thunder?
He's yoked.
Cut up like Rambo?
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about the hair.
Yeah, you look
Everybody knows I look like him.
Yeah, you look good, man. You
looking
working out?
ripped,
Yeah, that's what he says.
Rambo and Rambo 2. You know, we got real shredded.
Give me that, Mike.
Any tips? Give me that fucking map.
Because I'm trying to come up a little, but it's tough.
No, you look good.
Any tips?
What?
Any tips you got?
You know, there's like the pineapple.
Give me that goddamn map.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast. I am Bo Oliver, joined today by Aaron, the Nerd Soup Monkey, Teddy, and Nash. And today we have a lot of topics to talk about in movies and news and television, Chernobyl, Django, Zorro, SpongeBob Prequel. That's pretty crazy. And also, you guys can listen to us on iTunes at the Nerd Soup Podcast and SoundCloud at the Nerd Soup Podcast and Spotify, I think. I don't know. Somebody said the videos were being deleted, so
You said that last episode.
From Spotify?
we haven't checked.
Oh,
Stats is on vacation.
For how long?
he's been out.
Yeah, he's been out for
For like a quick minute.
Yeah, we don't know if he's gonna recover, but yeah. So we've got a lot of topics to talk about today. I don't like the way I said that.
Topics?
Topics.
We
I
got.
didn't want to
I
roast
always
you.
knew.
but
I always knew you were from Long Island, man.
You looked at me like.
I didn't want to roast you.
Say that again.
You were
No,
going.
you roasted me mentally. It's a subconscious roast. We got a lot. Boy, it's hot in here. We've only turned
It
off
is,
the AC
yo.
for like five minutes. Holy
I literally
shit!
just complained that my feet were gonna like freeze off, and now I'm sweating.
Now you want to take your socks off, right?
I had no socks on.
That's disgusting.
I respect it.
All right, so yeah, I guess we'll just jump into the topics right now. Oh yeah, you can send your questions at nerdsoupforyou@gmail.com and on Twitter. And first topic here, we have Django and Zorro crossover. Quentin Tarantino has tapped Gerard Carmichael. Are you guys familiar with him? Comedian.
Yeah.
The show, The Carmichaels.
The Carbonaro effect.
I'm
Airs
not-
after Impractical Jokers. He's like a magician, but he's like kind of funny.
What are you, the head of scheduling on CBS?
It's True TV.
Beats me.
Home of great series like Impractical Jokers, Carbonaro Effect,
Carbonaro.
Tacoma FD, and March Madness games.
And Golden Girls?
Maybe. I don't know.
Every year when March Madness comes on and I know the channel for True TV, it's a test of my memory.
And at home with Amy's...
59, right?
What? Yeah.
59, 58?
I always do
58.
59 or
I got
58, and I either
DirecTV,
have to
yo.
go up or down.
You would.
Damn,
It's
Nash.
definitely not 60. 60 is SNY
SNY.
when I watch my occasional Met game.
Isn't that 61?
Continue.
No, it's weather.
I'm over this. True
70
TV
is
bit.
yes.
No free ads, but
No free ads.
For
I
who?
think they need it, honestly. True TV. So yeah, Gerard Carmichael is going to be writing. That's a strange pick by Tarantino. He definitely sat down with him and he was like, "Oh, I got this great idea for Zorro and Django." And Gerard Carmichael's like, "Yo,
That's
probably
me, dog.
not-
Let me get that.
Yeah, let me write that. It's very comic booky, obviously, and Django was very. It had elements of a comic book movie in Django. It was very, not necessarily schlocky, but it was a bit tongue in cheek and cartoony at times. And obviously, it got really dark. But this seems like a crossover that kind of works. And Django is a character that I would like to see return to the big screen, just to see his bounty hunting adventures.
Yeah, that world he created was phenomenal. Just seeing Jamie Foxx, if they can get the original Zorro,
Antonio Banderas?
yeah, that would be phenomenal.
Well, that's not the original, right? But wasn't that the latest Zorro?
he was the first. Was he the first one? Isn't it Antonio?
I'm not sure who the original one. That's definitely your original. It's like the Halloween movies when you fucked us. You're like, well, the original Halloween's from 1998.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
You mean October? I don't know who you get for Zorro. Maybe like
No, I got the OG. Because it's a seasoned Zorro.
yeah, I guess you can get Old Man Zorro. Old
Well,
Man Z.
From the description that I read online, it said that it was an old wise Zorro.
Okay.
So, Antonio Banderas?
That could work, yeah.
funny story about Zorro. You know how like Ron Swanson always went to in Parks and Rec. He always went as a pirate for Halloween.
Sure.
My stepdad, when I was growing up, every year he was Zorro. So that was pretty funny.
Oh, it's fun. I was
Never
Zorro one
changed
year
any.
too.
Never changed the costume, same costume. Didn't get no updates. He just wore Zorro every year. So that's why.
Whatever works.
Big
I mean-
Zorro house growing up.
Did he put
Did
the
the
Z
thing
on your
with-
chest?
Yeah, with the Z. Yeah, that shit was.
You have the scar? Fucking cut you.
Every year.
Yeah.
Well, I also read
I'm
that
tired
he's going
of
to
this.
produce it too. He's not going to direct it.
Tarantino?
Yeah, he's just going to be producing, which, I mean, I feel like Tarantino likes to build his own universe, and this is kind of like a crossover mix, so I don't know if he would want to direct a movie like this. He's more of a builder, you know?
Yeah, he takes his original ideas and steals from every other genre and then says it's original, but even though you've seen this before with another name. So I guess with something like Zorro, he wouldn't do it because it's already established, and I was really looking forward to his Star Trek movie. So I always wanted to see him get out of his comfort zone of stealing from other people and just use something that's already established.
What the hell? Why
Yeah, why are you ripping on Tarantino right now?
I reject your hypothesis.
Well, do some research.
No,
It's not a hypothesis. Scientific method.
that's
I love Tarantino, but I mean, if you look, every one of his movies has been done before, which is fine. That's his style. He's like Kanye West. Kanye West is my favorite hip-hop artist of all time, but he just takes from old records and he remixes them and makes them new. That's what Tarantino does.
I'm gonna name movies, and what did he take it from? Inglourious Bastards.
That one was kind of original, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that
Django.
was Django was literally a movie called Django.
Yeah, but with the lizard.
The actor who played Django is in the movie, and he
What's
says,
the one
"How do you
with-
spell it?"
What's the one with the lizard?
Godzilla.
No, it's like a Rango. That was a
That's not the
cartoon.
No,
movie.
that's not the same. That's not.
Okay.
That's
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction was like every French New Wave movie ever.
Yeah, like maybe not. Reservoir
Reservoir
Dogs.
Dogs: The Killing by Stanley Kubrick.
You finished his sentence too. You know?
Aaron, come on, let's just move on here.
Well,
What do you
I'm
guys
just
think? Django, Zorro?
I love it.
It's weird.
Swords and guns, man. The bounty hunter's back. That's
Well,
great.
it's cool, but just like an odd, like he never. I wouldn't think that he would take an original, not original according to you, but a movie he made and like do a sequel that's kind
Original
of like
Jace, yeah.
I don't know, gimmicky type of crossover to Django and Zorro. Ooh, it's like fucking Batman and Captain America coming together.
Well, he wrote the comic book though, so
Gerard Carmichael?
No,
or Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Okay.
So like his story's there already too. So I kind of feel like that's why he doesn't want to direct it either.
The
'cause
comic is one thing; you can do whatever you want. It's fun, but to actually, I don't know, it struck
actually
me as
do a
odd.
movie is different.
Struck me as odd.
Well, like I said, I read online before. This is how the story they're planning it out. Django is still a bounty hunter, and he brings his wife to Chicago or something like that, and he runs into this weird, quirky, unusual guy, and it's Zorro, and he's very fascinated by him, and he sees that he's a good fighter, so he declares to be his like bodyguard, and they try and take out slavery. That's what I read online.
Well, it can't be
That
Banderas.
sounds like the greatest fucking
Well, yeah,
movie.
I just
it's
remember-
also it's
I
a
just
different
remember-
dynamic from Django either because he's used to slavery and now he meets Zorro and Zorro looks past the slavery.
Well, think about it like Banderas. I mean, you can't. That was set 1990s, 2000s. You gotta recast.
Was that the original?
Wait,
I mean,
we
not the
following Zorro continuity here.
Was that the
fucking
if it's
weird
an-
for people who
it's
want
an
to
old
see
wise
it's
Zorro.
not. People are gonna have no clue. They're gonna
All
be
right.
like, it's Zorro.
You have to recast.
You think people are going to be sitting there in their notebooks, be like, well, the original
the ages
Zorro,
of man- the ages of
1990s.
Is that the latest Zorro? Was that the last
think so.
person that played Zorro?
I think so.
What was he doing in the 90s with being Zorro?
And Spy Kids.
Yeah, he's in Spy Kids.
No, okay, he was the dad.
Yeah, he
I
was
thought
the dad.
Zorro was in Spy Kids. I was like, holy shit.
That's a recast.
That's
Imagine
a
that crossover. That'd be
I want to
awesome.
see that. Tarantino, Carmichael.
You
Who would
can't
you
go.
Diego Luna?
Well, if it's gonna be an older gentleman, then I don't know. But Diego Luna would be pretty good. Pedro Pascal.
Are you going to say Benicio del Toro?
That's a good one, Aaron. I like that
That's
one.
what I'm thinking of.
Pedro
Maybe.
Pascal. Yeah, he would be good.
Well, then you had the whole Heineken commercial. They already did that. Now it's just gonna put me in a whirlwind. I can't see that movie.
Antonio Banderas.
It's 3 crossovers in one.
I know. Ambitious.
Well, do you guys think this movie will appeal to the public or just to like Django fans and
Sure, if it's good, yeah. If it's good, it gets good reviews. The marketing is well done. Sure, any movie can appeal to the
Yeah.
public, especially this. Zorro is kind of a household name. People are not that familiar with the Zorro lore, but especially Django. I think that's his highest grossing movie yet. I think Django made about 400 million worldwide. That was like a phenomenon when it came out for an R-rated movie. I remember both times I saw it, the theater was packed. And it was one of the best theater experiences. People were laughing. People were in shock. Django is still my second favorite movie of his. So yeah, I think there's appeal here. especially with name Django, Zorro. You could sell that 200 million worldwide easily.
Yeah, I'd imagine at least that's. You said that.
If it's good.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a caveat of everything. But
So who'd you get to direct this if Tarantino's not doing it?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Like, it's a weird. I don't know, just a weird quote. Like, I would never in a million years been like, "Oh, we love Django. You like Zorro. They're gonna come together." It sounds awesome, but it's just.
Yeah, what's fucked up is
odd.
that it's like it just feels like a Tarantino movie.
Oh yeah,
And he's not going
it
to direct
certainly
it,
does,
so
yeah.
it's like I can't really picture anyone else directing it besides him.
Yeah, same. And for who to direct it, I don't know. Get somebody that's unknown, somebody up and coming. I'm sure Tarantino, if he's what you want to direct it?
No, not me. Well, if you want me to step in, I was gonna say, maybe like Django and Zorro go to like a certain part and it's water, and boom, James Cameron directs it.
Well, I was gonna say that's actually a funny point because I was gonna say like it must be like terrifying to have to be that director because Tarantino's gonna be like down your throat. Like James Cameron, he'll slap his fucking produced by James Cameron on anything as like the new Terminator, or even Peter Jackson, produced by Peter Jackson, just to be like, oh, people.
Well, the role of producer depends on how hands-on he is.
Yeah.
He could do that. It's essentially if you're the director, well,
But he strikes me more of someone that's so meticulous in like what he does that he doesn't want his name attached to
Then
anything
direct it.
that's subpar.
then you got to
Yeah.
direct it. Then you can't be a producer. Then they got to put him in a straitjacket for the 3 months.
It's
that
like
the
Phil
movie's
Jackson
shooting.
going to practice and trying to teach a triangle. When
Yeah.
Derek Fisher's the coach.
Right, exactly. You're the GM at that point. You put the pieces together, you let them do their job. But he had said before that he wanted to see Django return on the big screen, so this is not surprising. I always thought there could be a Django too.
I'd rather it just be a straight up sequel. You know, like not
Well,
like
if-
Zorro, but he's
If the choices are no more Django and Zorro, I'll take the crossover.
Yeah,
because I don't
so-
think he's ever going to do a sequel. He's dead set on finishing after 10 movies. So he's got this one that's number 9, right? Once
Yeah,
Upon a
yeah.
Time in Hollywood.
That's also another thing. I don't think he'd want to add another movie to his list that he's done after 10. I don't think he'd want to add another movie to his list that's not another world. You know?
Yeah, he looks at his filmography like the Ark of the Covenant. Like nobody can touch this. It's
Yeah.
perfect. So I'm not putting Django and Zorro on there, but I'll let somebody else make it with my character. And
And I'll direct
that's
it in
exciting.
the back.
If he's a shadow director, then it's gonna. Well, I mean, we've had cases of that working before, but I hope not.
You think it's gonna be like gory, or is it gonna be more
yeah, it's got to be R-rated.
with Zorro in it? Were
Yeah.
any of those Zorro movies like that? I can't remember.
I haven't seen any Zorro movies.
I don't know for the
I
time.
can't
Maybe
remember.
it wasn't too gory because of the time period it was in, but
No, you got to bring Zorro PG-13.
So Zorro just starts carving Z's all over the place.
Yeah, bloody leaking
Dyson.
Z's.
fucking Batman.
Have them all sleeping.
BVS. Put
Yeah,
like a little.
branding people.
They should go around. Like if they're gonna do this, just go around and find other like action heroes.
Victorian Batman,
No, just like find like just make basically your own adventures.
Just make
You got
up people?
Django. You got Zorro.
Jonah Hex,
Fucking
Crow?
Indiana Jones.
Kirby.
Just get them all going.
Kirby,
The
the little pink
Pink
cloud
thing, yeah.
thing.
have it all going.
You know what? No.
It's like cartoon, comic books. All right.
All right, let's move on here to Dark Phoenix. Early reviews coming out. Rotten Tomato score not looking so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a movie that we all anticipated would not necessarily suck this bad, but I have a feeling. Obviously, we haven't seen it yet. It comes out tonight, right?
Yes.
I have a feeling that it's a movie that's just kind of underwhelming, where there was so much studio interference, where they just thought we have to put these pieces together and ship this movie out because it's the last one we're ever going to do, which is kind of unfortunate for a franchise like this that's been around for 19 years, right? The first X-Men.
yeah. But how many times are you gonna retell the story?
Apparently twice. This is like the second time they've told this one. So
What of the power of
the
Jean
Dark
Grey?
Phoenix, yeah.
Oh, but
But your point is just in general, they keep retreading the same stories when it
Yeah.
comes to the X-Men.
yeah, but from what I heard, the acting was good, but the story was so bland and boring. Where I don't know, I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah, it looked bland. That's a good word for it. Like Fantastic Four a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Just boring.
I feel like it was just this movie had no hope from the beginning. It became like a punchline, and I held out some hope. I'm like, all right, maybe this is like the last X-Men one. I like Days of Future Past. First Class is good. Apocalypse very underwhelming. So but to see like 20%, that's just I don't know what it's at now, but that's
I saw
just-
21, so why not one?
So okay, maybe
It's
they're
moving in. Hey, it's trending in the right
trending
direction.
upwards.
Yeah.
But it's I don't.
I heard McAvoy was great in it though.
Well, that's the thing with
He's
McAvoy.
fucking
and
He's always
Fassbender
good, though.
Fassbender for
He's-
2 hours.
He's always good though.
But they're always so good. I could watch them argue forever on a plane. Where that's one of the best scenes of Days of
every
Future
movie.
Past. It's fine, but
But I forgot where I heard this, but
I would like to see them work together as a team.
I think it was.
I want the X-Men to be the X-Men rather than the society hates us. That's what That's what they keep doing.
Do you have any attachment to these characters?
The new ones, not as much.
It's like I really don't. I don't care, and it's sad because I think they have a good cast and they had so much potential after Days of Future Past, and it just kind of.
Well, Days of Future Past, as good as it was a bad decision. Because they should have kept establishing the new X-Men from the 1960s. Instead, they jumped right back into
fucking 90s.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about First Class. The First Class should have continued because the whole jumps, the 70s, 80s, 90s, they all look exactly the same, is so ridiculous. Continuity, they could care less. The MCU has continuity problems. These problems they just take me out of it every time because Professor X in 10 years, he's supposed to be Patrick Stewart now, And he looks like James McAvoy. He looks like a 36-year-old movie star. And then he has to become Patrick Stewart.
And a 70-year-old.
Yeah, basically. I think Patrick Stewart was like 62 when the first X-Men came out. McAvoy's like 36. So,
To build off of what Aaron said, ironically enough, becoming emotionally attached with the characters, do you think they put Sophie Turner in that to try and, coming off of GOT, all Game of Thrones people are going to watch the movie, not so, get attached to her character, but just her, the actress itself. You think that
definitely
has any
plays
influence?
into it, yeah. The fact that she is...
That's
was
like
one
her
of the
first
stars.
project after Game of Thrones.
Well, she's been in the other ones.
She was in Apocalypse, which was bad.
Apocalypse, yeah. Was she
Which,
in? No,
I
no.
hate that more than most people.
Was she in Days of Future Past?
No, she wasn't.
Okay.
Apocalypse...
I was looking forward to that one, too.
Dude, if you go back and listen to our podcast when we were doing Two Man, I was like, Apocalypse is their Infinity War. This is what it's all been building to. Apocalypse is going to be a huge villain. He's going to be awesome. And that might be my least favorite X-Men movie.
From all accounts, I hear she's good in the role, so that's good.
Well, the young cast is good enough. They haven't had much to play with, though. Because Apocalypse is...
This movie should have been R. But it's PG-13, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely should have been R.
I mean, the rating's not going to change. It's just a shit script.
No, but
apparently.
it changes what you can do in the movie, though.
So you can have a little bit more edgier scenes, subject matter, and violence, but at the end of the day, if you can't write a good script, you can't write a good script. It's not going to change anything that drastically. And I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not saying it's a bad script, but that's what I'm hearing from the old critics.
Good sex scene goes up 10 points in the ratings. Nice sexy time. Get a nice R-rated movie, bump and grind.
Nash, I have a great list of movies you should watch,
Okay.
and they're all on one website that you can go to. You have to be over 21, but I think you're over 21, right?
Yeah, I am
so,
actually.
yeah. Okay.
You want to check my license?
Yeah.
Is it a site where I have to guess what's in the picture to prove I'm not a robot? Because I am a robot.
That is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
so-
Oh, wow.
I'm hoodwinking them every time.
Yeah.
Clicking
Oh my
all
God.
the humans. These idiots.
Nash's top 10
Buffoons.
actors of 2010. 1, Johnny Sins.
And that's it.
Yeah, if the movie's bad, an R rating, it's a story that's pretty dark in the comic as well. It's a problematic story to some because it's about a woman being abused, and then in response to her abuse, she just develops this power that she can't control.
Was that in the comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it looks like Jessica Chastain is kind of playing that role, but in the comic, it's a man, it's a male. I'm pretty sure he's like an extraterrestrial figure, and he's showing her visions of. He's kind of just breaking her reality, and she loses her mind. I'll see the movie because it's the final X-Men movie, right? Because New Mutants, who knows what that's going to be attached to, if that's going to be part of this universe. But it's unfortunate that it goes out like this, but they've had a lot of great ones. So
Well, apparently they didn't break continuity with the timeline, where it's like every other X-Men still exists.
They didn't break continuity, but they kind of just... No, they definitely... They have no
That's
care
what I heard.
about,
yeah.
Well, as far as just, they're supposed to be, 50 years old right now, and they all look young, and I think with Days in Future Past, they're just
Well, Apocalypse, they're supposed to be teenagers. Excuse me. Apocalypse, they're supposed to be teenagers.
You're
In this
excused.
movie, thank you, they're mid-20s.
That can work mid-20s, but I'm saying just McAvoy.
But they
and
look
Fassbender.
exactly 15 to 25. You don't
Yeah.
look the same. I can attest to that.
Well, you have... I mean, that's nothing new in Hollywood, where you have 25-year-olds playing high schoolers.
It's not like they can't do it.
No, it's...
But that's ridiculous. It's
like
make a
just-
It
movie.
is.
Make your movies,
Like-
but try to contain them and have some sense of realism. You mentioned the MCU having some little lapses in continuity, but they're so minor, and they kind of get lost in the bigger picture, where these are very glaring. And it kind of, if you want to create a world, I think that's important to at least try to contain some reality and some realism when you're talking about just the timeline of events.
Well, Simon Kinberg came out and said that Fox doesn't even schedule for reshoots. Fox is almost like the LA Lakers, where they're running their franchise
They just go with it.
10 years in the past. They're not up to date with how these big franchises are supposed to be shot, because he was talking about the MCU, that they planned them before the movie even comes out. So no matter how well the movie's shot, we're coming back for reshoots because it's guaranteed that you're going to want to change something.
Yeah.
And Fox just doesn't do that anymore. I'm glad that they got out of the movie business. I mean, they've created a lot of great movies over the years, but for this franchise specifically, I shouldn't say that I'm glad that they got out, but for this franchise, it's better handled by Disney. It just is.
You can't teach a new dog. Damn.
Old dog, new tricks. Yeah.
No.
Well, let's just move on to Wonder Woman, right? A franchise that's looking up, Wonder Woman 1984. They released a new poster, and they said there's going to be no Hall H appearance for Wonder Woman at San Diego Comic-Con. They're pushing their marketing back a bit.
Damn, I already bought my flight.
Already booked your flight? Yeah. Well, it's coming out next May, right? 2020, this movie?
Yeah.
No, it's
JetBlue?
June 5th.
June 5th?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Southwest.
I'm a Delta guy myself.
Spirit Airlines.
So this Wonder Woman poster looks awesome.
Yo, she looks slick. That's a dope fucking outfit.
Yeah, it is. She's got rid of the skirt. She's got the I guess like sort of leggings / armor now.
I like it so much
Jeggings.
Ooh, okay.
more. I like that so much more, man. She's a superhero.
Where'd the J come from?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
just oohed it. It sounded
well, it's
right.
different. It's jean leggings. That's a real
Yeah.
thing.
All right.
Or
With armor.
Go on.
yeah, with
Ted.
armor.
I like it.
Forever
It-
21.
It's.
Are people?
I like
shooting
that
your
she's
thoughts?
wearing armor and she's not like a soft, sexy look. I don't like that. Like, she's a superhero. She's fighting villains. She's not a model. You know. You're not.
Well, Gal Gadot actually is.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's gorgeous, but
I think she was Mrs. Rayleigh.
everything about this armor is fucking nice.
Yeah,
The
it's
gold. You kidding me?
it's a different look, and I appreciate it. But the soft and kind of sexy look from the original Wonder Woman, I think they explicitly went for that. And they were kind of going back at James Cameron because he made the similar point. It's like your female hero has to be gruff and gritty and has to look masculine. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah.
I don't mind Wonder Woman dancing around in a skirt and kicking people through brick walls. That's kind of awesome. And it's directed by a woman. It's starring a woman. They have a lot of input in how these movies are made. So I don't think it's a female gaze problem. But it's a different look, and a lot of people would agree with you. They like to see her more suited up,
I like the colors. Looked like very
psychedelic.
fit the
Going back
era.
in time kind of thing.
Fit the era.
Yeah.
At first, when I looked at him, it's kind of like Ragnarok-y, just like
Kaleidoscope?
with that first initial poster with all the bright colors and very like kind of pastel-y just type of vibe. Which I'm like, it's only a poster, but I'm like, yeah, it looks awesome. And I love to. I was gonna make a joke on Twitter, but I don't think people can actually. If you haven't noticed this on Twitter, people don't read sarcasm too well. You know,
Yeah,
those,
it's tough to get sarcasm.
you know
across on
those
Twitter.
accounts that are like, look at Marvel copying DC, and they'll just show like a shot of like two characters in frame. It's like, wow, they really copied you there. Or like, look, Captain Marvel copied this or whatever. I was gonna be like, oh, look, Wonder Woman copied Ragnarok with that as a joke, but I'm like, yeah, people probably won't understand that.
You would have attracted a weird audience. Half DC people saying this monkey's he's woke,
Yeah.
and half Marvel people saying you're an idiot.
Well, no, it would have been opposite because DC would be copying Marvel in this instance when usually
No, but that's what I'm saying. The DC. Oh well, okay, yeah, right.
I want to talk
Those
about
people
just
are
a joke, but I'm like,
ridiculous.
it brought back some similarities, but I'm not like, oh, they copied. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna make a joke out of it, but I kind of dig that vibe. From
Sure.
it.
Well,
you
those
put
people are
3
stupid.
periods after a sentence, and it's sarcasm.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that's established?
I just made that up. But we should make that a new rule.
So I'm very like
makes sense.
on the internet or like just like messaging in general or like through I guess words instead of actually voicing something. I cannot pick up on sarcasm. I can't portray it or pick up on it. It's very bad.
New
for me.
rule, 3 periods.
3
Sarcasm.
periods?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 is you mean business. 1, you're just a nerd.
Somebody's like, I'm very literal, like when it comes to like on messages or something. Where if I tweet something, I'm like, oh, that, and I read it out loud. I can have the sarcasm cadence, but when I read it, I'm like, oh, I'm just a dick.
I stink at
3
punctuation.
periods.
Yeah,
When
3
somebody
periods.
your grammar is hideous.
It's bad.
I feel like when somebody sends a period with the text, I hear the Law and Order theme at the end.
Yeah.
It's a bum bum. It's a, whoa, is this
Easy.
what we're doing now? Start capitalizing. Start
So you want to start doing this?
right. 2 periods is what did you say? 2 periods
It's
is
serious business. Like if he said that with
So
2
it's
periods,
like
people would be like, "Whoa,
mom's
yeah,
in the hospital. 2 periods.
yeah."
And 3 periods
Add
is
suspense a little bit. 3 periods, or should we switch it? I see, like
I think 4
you know what it is
periods.
because my mom always texts with 3 periods. Like going to the store. Period.
she's big leaguing you the
Is
whole
there-
time.
She's just fucking with me.
Yeah.
She's not going to the store.
She's not at the
Yeah.
store.
She's ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So
I
if
think-
like Nash would have texted me like, "Oh, hey asshole," I'd probably be like, "Oh man, that's mean." When he's probably like, "Oh," like joking around, but I'll read it, be like, "Oh, what did I do this time?"
You are very bad with that, actually.
But let's, yeah, there should be like I want like have a.
There's one example of you that we can't bring up on the pod, but it's unbelievable how these things go over your head.
Well, we should have a
We'll have a talk about it later.
no, just like a global. We'll all sit down.
Should we start
We all
an
elect
initiative?
leaders from various countries and regions, and we'll all get together and figure this out.
Remember the cheeses that you were talking about? You might need that now. The
You think-
wine and cheeses if we're
Yeah.
gonna have a global.
Wine and cheeses or wine and cheese?
Provolone.
Cheese.
Cheese is.
Just provolone.
All right, you guys see that new Aster trailer with Brad Pitt?
Wait. I wanted to say something about them, about Warner Brothers taking out, like not going to H4.
Hall H.
Hall 4, whatever the fuck
Hall
it is.
H.
Hall H?
Yeah.
That was Hall 4.
Can you speak it to the mic?
I thought it was Hall 4.
No, it's Hall H.
Anyway, all right.
Does it matter?
Not really, I guess. But is this going to start a trend? I thought this went back by itself.
You thought it was moving
Yeah.
by itself? What the fuck is going on?
Is this going to start a trend of companies backing out of third-party events and like Comic-Con doing their own thing, and then like I think it's gonna fuck us because then we got to pay for other stuff now.
Well, it's kind of them figuring out we don't need to go to Comic-Con and spend that money. Like, we can just drop the trailer on the internet. I mean, how much extra buzz are you getting from Comic-Con? They said that because they're pushing their marketing back to December. And I think movies these days, they market their movies too early. It's a year and a half, 2 years before the movie, they're dropping trailers, and people forget. And then you remind them, it's like, this is the second trailer. Second trailer to what? It's Justice League dropped their trailer 2 years before the movie came out, when Batman was like, I'm looking for Arthur Curry. And then none of those clips were in the actual movie.
Here you talk to fish.
Yeah, and then what was that? So I think they're making a smart decision. We've seen it with Marvel mostly,
Marvel's held back a little recently.
because they go
Yeah.
to their Disney convention.
Yeah, but pulling out of Comic-Con is just a start. But aren't they gonna? I feel like they're gonna
What's
start
next,
making.
damn it?
Yeah,
How far-
well,
we can't
they'll
let
start
them
making their
get
own
this.
streaming service and pulling their stuff off of Netflix and
Oh, that's already happening, brother.
Hulu.
Yeah, have you
Yeah,
not
I got
heard?
some
Get with
news.
the times,
Have you even
brother.
listening to the podcast?
yeah, I know.
We're heading to a dark place.
Yeah, this is no good.
Bundle up.
I don't like
Wow.
this.
They're pulling out of
I'm
a
not trying to dish out
convention
more.
you're not
I
going
think-
to go to.
No, I think all of us
I
need
love
to like.
what sparked Teddy's fear of the future is Wonder Woman pulling out of Comic-Con. Like,
Yeah,
what's
but-
next? They're going to
No.
put chips in our brain?
What we need to do is start budgeting our money. Like you get Netflix, I'll get Hulu, and you get something else, and you get something else, and then
Yeah.
we all just like climb on. Because I'm getting real fucking sick of paying for everything.
I'll get browsers.
I don't want browsers.
No, but
I
What, you
want
don't like HD,
I want
4K?
the Disney
Great
streaming
acting.
service, and then you get
I always wanted to
That's
see
what
a
you assigned me
serious...
to.
yeah.
Oh, Nash gets Disney?
Yeah.
I feel like I should be the Disney guy. I'm going to
What
use
does
it
Nash
most. Nash seems like a Hulu guy. Kind of worldly, doesn't know what he's going to
I
watch.
gave Hulu to Aaron though.
yeah.
Snatched
Oh,
Got that.
cookies.
All right, so I won't pay for anything, and then I'll just bumble
Deal.
for you guys.
deal.
Wow, what a shocking turn of events.
That's-
Teddy not
that
paying
doesn't
for
always
anything?
happen.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll Venmo you. I'll
there
Venmo
we
you.
go.
Yeah.
So last week we're all hanging out at a friend's house. I pick up Teddy, pick up another friend, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop at 7-Eleven and pick up beer. Ted, you want anything? He's like, nah, they'll have people will have beer there. So his intention was just to go there with nothing and just take beers from everybody.
Yeah, but I've always been doing that.
But if there's a lot of beer, you can do that.
I've been doing that since high school.
But it wasn't like a party. It was like 5 of us getting together, pre-gaming before going out to the bar.
And we offered him actually drinks, and he's like, I don't really like that.
Well, Ted's a guy, too. You go to the movies with him, he's like, oh, I forgot my wallet at home. Can you spot me? One time, we were coming back from Hacksaw Ridge, and we get back to my house. He's like, I got $7 and, like, some quarters.
I'll just get you next time.
I'm like, Ted, just keep your fucking quarters.
And then it's like, Teddy, just Venmo me. He's like, oh, I don't have Venmo.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I
you don't
refuse to
trust
get
it, right?
Venmo.
Yeah, of course you don't.
No.
All
They
right,
take your money.
They take a quarter out of.
well, not if you connect your bank. If you connect your bank to Venmo, there's no fee.
Just then at that point, just get Chase Pay. And
Real
I'll
quick, by the
Zoe
way,
you.
Not
they came out
everyone
with a
has
debit
Chase.
card for Venmo.
Yes, they did.
Copied the Cash App.
That is genius.
What is with this brand loyalty? What are you, a big Cash App guy?
No, I have Venmo, but I'm just saying the Cash App. I know they have a cash card.
All right, let's move on to this Ad Astra trailer. Brad Pitt, astronaut, space movie, kind of. I watched the trailer. I remember watching it and thinking, this is not something I'm interested in. This looks boring.
Why not?
Somebody kind of called it Apocalypse Now in space. Tommy Lee Jones?
Tell me that doesn't get you interested.
It kind of made me just want to watch Apocalypse Now.
But picture that, but in space, with Brad Pitt.
I don't know, kind of like the Vietnamese jungles.
But picture that, but it's space with Brad Pitt.
All right, yeah. Is there a trailer I can watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's-
watched it.
it's
Wasn't
in
a
space
fan.
with Brad Pitt.
Did you guys watch this trailer?
Yes.
I did.
What did you
To
guys
be
think?
honest, I glossed over this topic.
Oh, you didn't even watch
I know
the trailer?
exactly
No.
what's going to happen.
I read this as Ari Aster trailer, and I was like, ooh, Ari Aster's got a new movie? And then I was disappointed. That's my 2 cents. Anybody else?
I already know what's going to happen.
Well, I think the important thing to
Okay.
get from this trailer
Nash
is,
cracks a movie, but okay, go
is
ahead.
that it's in space and it's Brad Pitt.
I want to hear what Nash thinks. Is
You know
gonna
what? Space and Brad Pitt don't really sell me anymore.
Well, Nash, what do you have to say about
Well, because from the trailer, they're like, your dad was up in space trying to mess around with aliens and stuff. And he was stuck up there. And then he's like, I got to go up there. I'll go up there. Sure. And he goes up there. And then you hear a voice. Brad Pitt's just standing there. And he's like, you ready to do what you have to do? He's going to help his dad, Tommy Lee Jones, take out the Earth. Because that was the whole thing. He's like, your dad was playing with a dangerous solar system problem or whatever and could have destroyed our Earth. He goes up there, he partners with his dad, and kills everybody on Earth.
it? Save me $20.
Look at that. Thanks, Nash.
Also,
I got
I think
you guys.
they're like on some rovers and they're having like a gunfight, which looks fucking awesome. But more importantly, it looks like it's going to be in space, starring Brad Pitt. So
I mean, he was good in.
Yeah,
what was
because
that?
Brad Pitt's made a bunch of good movies over the years, right? What was
He was
that?
good in
War
Mars.
Machine.
It was
That
Mars,
fantastic.
wasn't
it? Jones.
Mr. and Mrs.
Smith? Oh, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
even know
he's
the
been
name.
fantastic over the years.
I like Brad
Well,
Pitt,
he
though.
was just
Glorious
in
Bastards,
space.
Benjamin Button.
Oh, what was this?
Fury.
20 years ago? Inglourious Bastards was legit 10 years. Benjamin Button is a
I like
good movie.
Benjamin. You don't like Benjamin Button?
Yo, Troy.
He ages backwards.
Don't front on Troy.
Yeah.
I'm fronting on Troy.
Don't front on Troy.
Even his
Fury,
early stuff is not that good.
Fight Club.
Fantastic.
Fight
World
Club,
War
I'm
Z
not
was
gonna
good.
argue.
I knew Fight Club would get a nice little out of Teddy.
Oh, Ted's a big Fight Club guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't Brad Pitt in?
I'm surprised Teddy didn't yell at me for talking about it.
Wasn't Brad Pitt in that Mars movie when he went to Mars and he had no food? And, is that Brad
Yep.
Pitt?
Yep, that's
Matt
Brad
Damon.
Pitt.
Matt Damon.
And he was in The Departed.
Oh, he was in Deadpool, too. You don't like
Brad
Deadpool
Pitt's in
2?
that new
Huh?
the Ford for first Ferrari.
They made him invisible.
You know,
He's got
great
that big
acting.
feud
You know,
with Jimmy
when I was
Kimmel.
looking at his all
Burn
his
After
films,
Reading. You're a big Burn After Reading guy.
I didn't
That-
s-
that movie I
didn't
do
see
love.
Mars. And I was wondering why I didn't see Mars
Yeah.
in his
Matt
films.
If you switch Matt Damon and Brad Pitt in every film they've been in, does anything get better or worse?
Yeah, all the Matt Damon movies get worse. I think he's a better actor.
I love Matt Damon.
And then all the Brad Pitt movies. I mean, we're just living in a world where, no, actually, it would be better because Matt Damon has picked better movies over the years. So those movies would still. It's like, oh, this performance maybe could have been a little better, but they're still fine. But then the Brad Pitt movies that suck, it's like, man, but Matt Damon's carrying these movies.
All right. Go to the whiteboard. Tarantino, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt never coming on the show.
Anything else you want to hate on today, I'll add to the list.
I'm not hate. I can't be not a fan of something.
I mean, this is your job to be,
Yeah, I'm not
to
gonna
be critical.
I like Tarantino. I own all his movies.
All of them.
He's a fucking weirdo, though.
I only own.
He's a great director, but God, he's like Kawhi Leonard. They're just weird.
You see that
He's
fist bump?
socially awkward.
Yeah.
You see that fist bump before Game 3?
Yeah.
That was amazing. He's like, yo, we gotta play. We got a game.
I can't tell you. That's kind of.
Indubitably.
You ever hear the
That's the best.
what's it called? The round ball rock?
Yeah.
And they edited the Kawhi laugh. Come to the next and come on the pod.
Please. You'll be so social.
I can see the Knicks getting AD and Durant.
All right. That's Sports Minute with Teddy. What's next?
Our last topic today, we have SpongeBob prequel series. Apparently, it's set when SpongeBob's 10 years old?
Yeah, he's in camp.
It's he's in camp?
Yeah.
Okay, you've done some research on this, huh?
Yeah.
Enlighten me, because I
Coral
haven't.
Camp, right?
Yeah. And it's all the same characters, but it's friends. It's like Tiny Toons, pretty much.
Fiance's calling. You want to answer?
Nah, I'll wait this out.
All right.
She listens, right?
She's just getting out of work, probably. I don't want to annoy her.
She's calling you.
Wow, you treat your baby so good.
I'll call her after the podcast.
You treat your baby so good.
Now I get it.
Sheesh.
Before I'm like, what does she see in this guy? Now I'm like, oof.
I'm a great guy.
Yeah.
You really do care about everybody else.
You're 2 steps ahead of everybody. Oh, it's insane.
I don't know, really. That SpongeBob prequel, live action.
It's live action?
No, what was it?
3D animation.
It's like, well, how are they doing that?
I'm not a fan of that. They did it with that new movie, Sponge Out of Water, and it's different being out of water and being in the real world. But now it's Bikini Bottom.
Are you saying out of order or water?
water?
Okay. Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
You're just laughing at the concept of SpongeBob out of water?
Just like I didn't even know that was a thing.
Really?
You never. Apparently, it's pretty good.
No.
Yeah. No, it was all right, but it's different. It's CG. It's CG characters in the human world, whereas now Bikini Bottom is going to be all like 3D, and I don't know. It's going to look weird.
Is Fred gonna be in it?
I don't know. Probably. You gotta put Fred in.
Yeah.
That's my leg, right?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
leg guy. Fred. I never knew he had a name until like last year.
Am I gonna watch it? Yeah. It's SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob.
Just a weird.
Wait, is this a movie or a show?
It's a 13 episode.
So a miniseries.
Yeah. Like, oh, people like miniseries now. Chernobyl, highest rated IMDb.
All right. Okay.
All right. Do you guys
We're
want
gonna
them?
kill him with this
We're gonna
one.
give you.
How about that though? Chernobyl #1 IMDb TV rankings.
It's phenomenal.
Really good.
We can't talk about it
Is
quite
that
yet.
it for SpongeBob?
I guess. No, it was a nice little aside, but
I thought you were going to say nice little transition from SpongeBob to Chernobyl.
well, if you actually think about the story of Chernobyl, it represents
How it affected.
Yeah, Bikini Bottom as like maybe it was in.
You think the radiation got to Bikini Bottom?
I
Maybe
don't-
that's how Bikini
Do you
Bottom
know
came.
it's not in the Soviet Union?
I don't.
I don't know where the ocean.
What part of the ocean is SpongeBob
Yeah.
located? That's a great question.
It's an island with a palm tree, so I'm assuming tropical.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably the Soviet Union then.
And where's it? The place that they go to? Rock Bottom when he on the bus.
Oh, yeah,
goes all
that's
the way
like the
down?
shady neighborhood.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, that's what's funny.
When he
Yeah,
drops
so,
acid.
yeah. Or
No,
he's
is
in
that-
Chernobyl.
no, is
that
that
is
when
the
he-
after effects of Chernobyl.
Is that when he went to that fair?
Yeah,
And he had
the
the
gloves.
hands. Yeah, and he
yeah.
had the hands.
Glove World. Glove World, and he had
Yeah.
the little glove Pez dispenser.
He kept missing the bus.
I can't understand your accent.
No, he's SpongeBob.
Yeah, I'll watch it with you.
Yeah.
Rambo too. Speaking of fucking things that they couldn't let die.
Facts.
Well, it's impossible for Rambo to die.
That's true.
Can you do the Frank?
What?
Always Sunny Rambo.
They drew first blood.
That's amazing. I've never
He
seen
does it
Rambo,
just
but
like that.
that is...
Danny
Danny
DeVito, does
DeVito,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, the cricket.
Well, yeah, no, Rambo isn't doing like that.
No, Danny. No, I was talking about the Always
Yeah.
Sunny version.
Cricket's like, yeah, that's Rambo. It's like, no, I made that up.
Isn't Rambo like, they drew first blood? He says it real quick.
But yeah, I mean, he says it like, you know, Sylvester Stallone says it, you know?
They drew blood.
One of my favorites is Andy...
So you didn't go to Vietnam. No, it's like you went to Vietnam in the 80s, opened up a sweatshop. You're confusing your life with John Rambo again. And he's just sitting there all confused.
He's like, I don't think so.
No, that was me.
Did you guys watch the trailer?
Yeah.
Old Town Road.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's in it.
It's set to Old Town Road.
I think that's the first... You know when you hear a song, you're like, that's going to be popular and I'm going to hate it in like 2 weeks? I hated it instantly. There was
Really?
There's usually a moment, there's like a grace period where
Like
you
a
just
week,
enjoy
probably,
it.
where you're
Right.
listening to
Oh,
it.
the beat is fine, you know, the lyrics are a bit repetitive. As soon as I heard that song, I was like, I hate this. I hate what this represents. I don't like hip hop and country being friends. I want No, I like people coming together. It's fine.
Oh, what about Nelly and Over and Over Again?
Tim McGraw?
No.
Yeah.
That's the worst song ever.
Are you kidding me?
And over
That's a
my
fucking heater.
head, I think about it over and
no.
over
That's,
again.
I couldn't think of the words.
Well, when
That's
we
a
open
great
up the
song.
podcast with that, people have to listen to the 40-minute mark to
Yeah.
understand why we did that. But
Good
I hope we got
call.
them.
Good call, Easter egg.
Rambo, Old Town Road,
I like Old Town Road. It's fun.
didn't so,
Let Little Nas X live. He's having fun. He's getting a new apartment.
What am I
His
not
Twitter
letting
game-
him live? Yeah,
his
he's
Twitter
all
game's
over the
on-
place on Twitter. He's
Yeah.
making
Good
money.
for him. I wish I was Little Nas X.
Well dressed in the video. I
The
saw
internet just ruins songs. Like that, I get what you're saying.
Well, that song more so than any other song I've ever seen became a meme instantly.
Yeah. Like the internet is ruining songs.
All right, let's get back on the Rambo.
No, this is
what the
Rambo.
people- yeah, I mean, this is.
This is what they
This
want
is
to
why
hear.
you put Lil Nas X in your fucking trailer.
Does
for
Rambo
people
look
to
good?
Talk about it.
No.
Is he killing people in a?
It's apparently he's going after someone killed one of like a friend or something, and it was a cartel. So he
Little
was
vengeance.
so it's Rambo versus the cartel.
Personal.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's,
wow.
It's Rambo killing a militia again, pretty much.
Somebody kills me, you going Rambo?
At like 70 years
No.
old.
If somebody kills you, I probably move.
Call like the
Hello,
police
this
or
neighborhood's
something.
not for me anymore.
I'm not digging
I'm
this.
out.
I can't deal with these street toughs.
Call the cops.
Am I going to see it?
Call a
That?
cop.
Am I going to see that too? Yeah. It's Rambo.
I'll see Rambo.
I love Rambo.
It's I never really. I think I've seen like 20 minutes
Am I hyped up for it? No.
of Rambo in my life. I remember he's always.
This
like,
is a movie where people say, "Do we need this?" And I always say, "If the movie's good, release it." But this is a franchise that it's been done, and Sylvester
Yeah, for
Stallone
real.
is
fucking
70.
72. I'm not gonna like.
I'm waiting for another Rocky.
It's it's the same thing with Indiana Jones, where Harrison Ford is saying, "When I'm done with the character's done." Aren't you done already? You're 78. I mean, you can play as many characters as you want, but it becomes less believable when you're running around, the Amazon with the sidekick, whipping the whip,
Yeah.
flying everywhere. Yeah.
The Amazon has an age limit. Right?
You must be this young to enter the Amazon. Seriously.
I'm gonna pitch a movie better.
And I'm not ageist.
It's gonna be a Rambo movie, but it'll be better than this one. It's Rambo, but it's a comedy with Seth Rogen, and he's like in an old age home, and Seth Rogen's taking care of him, and he's just like telling him his stories about what he used to do, and Seth Rogen's like, "What are you, nuts?" But then something goes down, and he brings
In the home?
He gets up, like he's shakes off the rust,
Like Willy Wonka.
and he takes down. It's not like they're not like,
No, it's like
Puts a little
Grandpa
oil.
Joe.
Yeah.
local people trying to rob the home.
They're not like cartel or
It's like
whatever
Paul
he was
Blart
fighting.
almost.
Yeah, and he gets up for one last mission, and it's very
And he gets
like
killed.
very slapsticky, but it's fun. It's endearing. It warms the heart.
I already know what's going to happen too, because Rambo is going to be on the ground and Seth Rogen's going to save the day because he's learned a thing or two from
Well, yeah,
Rambo.
Seth Rogen. He's like
He's going to have a flashback to a story. It's like when Rambo
Yes.
did this thing.
He's a pacifist. He never. He's hearing these stories. He doesn't really believe them, but he's like, "Wow, it's very
I need
violent."
subtitles.
I'm a pacifist. I don't like violence. Like, okay, guy. But then he realizes that he has to save the rest of the olds. And
That's the
like-
message. That
yeah.
sometimes you need to be brutally violent.
And he
to
remembers
save people.
something, yeah, like you said. He remembers the story he once told. He learns the maneuver, and then he saves it. And then they all go on for like 2 weeks until they all die.
Is Seth Rogen, is Rambo his grandpa? So Seth Rogen is a Rambo?
I didn't
He's
think
part of
that.
the Rambo lineage?
I thought he was just like a worker.
Well, I
at
want the last line
at
in the
the
movie
place.
to be like he's got his arm around
like
him.
at the
It's like,
Bristol.
Grandpa.
He's working there.
Yeah, right. I want to let's not do that again. So, come
No,
back for
maybe.
the
That's
sequel.
so funny that you say that. I need subtitles. It's like English, Spanish, Sylvester Stallone.
Every
I
language.
just-
I'm not sure what he's speaking, but
The more we're talking about it, the more I'm kind of getting happy for this movie.
My movie. Or?
no, I'm more excited for
No.
Aaron's.
I love
Yeah,
Aaron's
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
That's-
the Rambo Last Blood one.
But that's a movie that's so good that they wouldn't make it because Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone would be like, "Oh, you're mocking my character. That's funny to you."
I don't know. Think about it. Little John Rambo greasing up the joints again, getting back into it.
All right, let's move on to fan questions here.
Greasing up the joints. He needs fucking new joints. It's like grease.
Fish
This-
oils.
Yeah.
This question here from Daryl Tong at DTYT1997. So, who's your next big sponsor after HBO?
I'm thinking.
Dollar Shave Club.
You know what? They actually emailed us the other day.
Let's go.
No, I'm
And you
thinking.
know
I
what?
thought we were already sponsored by them.
That's a.
Once, a long time ago.
No, I mean I want like a partnership with Dollar Shave Club.
I'm thinking Marvel.
You just want their. Yeah, well, Marvel's. So many people already are sponsored by Marvel.
Can we shill a terrible? Well, not that we were shilling Game of Thrones. We just had different opinions on people, but like, can we just like nonstop on like
shill just something ridiculous?
terrible, and we'll just defend it to the last our dying breaths.
Let's do the Monsters universe. Let's just
That's
shill
not
it.
even coming out. Well, like
They're not doing Kong Godzilla? No,
Oh,
no,
I thought
that's
you-
the Dark Universe.
the dark universe. I saw Godzilla actually.
What did you think?
So jealous.
It was. It's pretty much what we were talking about.
Should I be
last
upset
time.
that you saw it? And like should I want to go see it right now?
I think if you just want to have a good time
Yeah.
at the movies, you can go watch it. But the fucking human element was as bad as I thought it would be, and as everyone was saying. But the monster fights are awesome, so it kind of balanced out. I gave it a 6.5, but it's like pacing was pretty excruciating too. Where like the human stuff was so bad,
Made it so much longer.
I don't know. It wasn't as bad as like maybe like
What was that?
what you know.
Well,
It's bad, but it's not terrible. And if it was just decent, this movie would have took like 2 steps forward. It was bad enough where there was such a lull between all the monster fighting where I was so bored, and then the monster started fighting that it took me like a minute to actually get into the fights.
roughly how long total in the movie is there monster fights?
20 minutes.
Oof.
And there's a big like end battle. The Godzilla stuff was fucking awesome.
I'm just gonna wait for that to come out and then just
Spoilers
fast
for
forward.
2 things. Is the cut Godzilla? Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. I was.
This is spoilers. If you don't want to know this, please skip ahead. Spoilers. Is Kong in it?
very, very briefly. But it's like, but no. It's not like how you.
I'm
think.
sorry that I spoiled it for you.
I want to go see. I want to go see it.
No. You guys are
I'm gonna go pay for
No,
it.
no,
You guys
he's
are
at the very end.
No,
right?
he's there.
No, you guys are
He's there.
misinterpreting what I'm
He's
saying.
there.
He's on like
He's
a
there.
wall.
Misinterpreting what I'm saying.
They know that he
They know he
exists.
exists.
You're
Yeah.
misinterpreting what I'm saying. If it was Kong coming out creeping at the last second,
No,
then that
no.
would have been a spoiler.
But-
But it's like they're showing footage, like look at the monsters that are, look at the titans
Kong's
that are taking
there.
this world, and it's
Yeah.
like
Oh.
this monster, this guy, a fucking like spider dude, or not like a.
But did
fucking
they
woolly
give like an
mammoth, and
extra
it's
2
Kong.
seconds to Kong?
No,
Oh,
like
it's
an
brief.
eye through
Oh.
the jungle kind of
It's-
thing, and then
yeah.
it
It's
cuts
very
out.
brief.
Boom. Oh, that'd be fucking
But
fresh.
you catch it. You can't miss it.
it wasn't like a Kong moment. It's like they in passing.
So Kong's not, getting the gloves on, getting ready to go.
Best
He's
fighting
training
scene I've
there.
ever seen in my life is King Kong
And it's like
bopping the dinosaurs.
human story. Pretty much
I'll
every
never forget how hard I laughed when you said that was a top 5 movie scene of all time. Because it's top 5 action scene without a doubt. Him
It's insane.
balancing Naomi Watts and fighting 3 T-Rexes. Just saying it makes me smile.
And what he does, he snaps the jaw. Oh my
Dude,
god!
but he's juggling her. He's catching her with the foot. He's got 3 of them on him.
If you're Naomi Watts, how are you like?
Alive?
You,
yeah, you're
no
dying
way
from 3rd-degree shock.
Also, her guts were probably being rearranged.
No whiplash
Yanked
either, you
everything.
kidding me?
Yeah. It's like poking her like Drogon. Like, Mama.
Next thing you know, he's got the softest touch.
The way that he was delicately, he's fucking brutalizing people with the right and just juggling. It was unbelievable. That's a great movie, the first
Really
Kong,
is.
and I like
It's
the
like
second
fucking
Kong too.
3 hours. I can never rewatch it. I'm like, oh, maybe I want to watch this. Like, nope, no thank you.
It is fucking long, dude.
You know what I can get done in 3 hours? Not a lot, but I would
I
like
can
to
get a nice nap in 3
Parks
hours.
and Rec
Oh, yeah.
season 3.
Yeah.
Clean that out. All right, let's go to fan questions here.
Where do you at fan questions?
Are
we
Was that a fan?
drifted so much.
What was,
We'll
that
talk about
first
the
question?
sponsors.
What was the first question?
The sponsors.
Holy shit. We got on
True
to-
TV.
We ended up talking about 2005 King Kong. That's amazing.
And then going back into fan questions to start it off.
Thinking that we haven't already done it. This is from Ultimate Fan Brady at B Summercell 1. What are the best and worst moments from Game of Thrones for each of you? Best moment ever is still Hard Home to me when Jon Snow kills that White Walker. It gives me chills every time. I can't believe he did it. And then the worst moment would be Daenerys going crazy.
Best moments. So many.
Yeah,
Hard to
there's a
choose.
lot. I'm trying to think of one.
Hard home moment's cool. When Daenerys.
A dragon is not a slave.
Yes, that's another great moment. And it's hard like putting like shocking moments as great moments, like Ned dying, Rob dying. Those are.
That's shock value though.
Yeah, no, it's not shock value. It's like it's good. Like when he's
Still a
like,
great moment, though.
But like a great moment, I want to be like yes, you know. I wasn't like screaming for that one. Cersei blowing up this fucking the Septa Baelor was awesome. Worst moments is probably Sansa in season 5.
I feel like that's kind of, everybody knows that sucks.
Yeah, but that was for me. That's
just
no matter what.
storytelling-wise.
Like I had some problems with season 8. That's still my worst thing for the show.
Yeah, it's the worst thing that the show ever did.
Yeah.
Worst moment, I agree with yours. Daenerys going crazy. Just because of the way they did it. Just soured everything about Daenerys for me. And best moment? I'm between the Hard Home. Honestly, this isn't just going off of what you two said, but it's between both of yours. Because what Cersei did was such a boss move.
That was fucking fresh.
Yeah. And what Jon did was fantastic.
Well, I think the Cersei thing it's a great moment. And I always say it's her Michael Corleone moment at the baptism, just calmly overlooking the destruction
Yeah.
that she calls. It's an incredible moment. But the Jon Snow Hard Home for me, it's because he was facing down this just supernatural threat with no chance of survival, it felt like, from the perspective of the audience. And then something the sword, something that we just overlooked, something that we weren't thinking about in that moment, the sword being able to counter the White Walker spear, to me, it's just because it just, not only is it a great moment aesthetically, but it opens your mind to what are the possibilities with this substance and how is this fight going to unfold. Too bad it all, was kind of underwhelming. But in that moment, it's just a world-expanding moment in the matter of seconds, and that it just blows my mind every time I see it.
I'd like to change my answer to Rob Stark. They were boys.
I want to change my answer to Night King killing the dragon with the spear.
Okay, that's a great moment. Next question.
Just go on.
Yeah.
This question here from Grieven. I'm not even going to try the at. Who wins the NBA Finals?
Toronto.
We just saw Game 3 last night. Toronto's up 2-1. Depends on injuries, man.
Durant out game 4.
Yeah.
Clay's going to be in 4.
But how healthy?
They're a better team with Clay.
I think
He wanted to play last week.
they're
last game.
They're a completely different team with Clay. It's crazy.
He's so underrated in
Yeah.
that team. The way he plays defense and the way he's just able to, just having that threat on offense opens up everything else for everybody else.
And who
They
are the
still
shooters without Clay? It's just Curry. They don't have shooters like they used to.
Quentin Cook.
Yeah,
It's true.
I like him. He's a solid
But they
player.
still
he's fine.
They still dropped 109. I mean, granted, Curry
That's the
had
thing.
47.
Toronto's offense sucked in Game 2.
Yeah, but there's no one to D. There's just no one. There's not enough people to D up on.
They had a bad third quarter.
Yes.
The 20-0 run, and
And then they completely flipped that in Game 3.
yeah.
Yeah, Toronto's one bad run away from being up 3-1.
Yeah, seriously, they are. And I mean,
No, being up 3-0.
right, yeah, 3-0.
Yeah, my bad.
I knew what you meant. And Kawhi, I mean, has Kawhi really stood out?
No, not really. He
It's
hasn't had that
very
Kawhi game.
quiet 30
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, it's been like a quiet performance.
It's been free throws. The refs, it's getting ridiculous, man. There's been a lot of calls.
But Toronto's also good.
No, they get
Larry's
underrated.
playing well.
Bro,
Van
Siakam,
Van
that's my
Vliet.
boy.
Siakam better win MVP if they win.
Ibaka was awesome last night. Dude was hitting mid-range jumpers. He was hitting threes. He was blocking everything.
But
Gasol,
that team they
Gasol,
put out on the floor for Game 3, that's like a 6 seed, 5 seed maybe in the West.
No way.
Does it suck for Toronto? I mean, you get the
No, you win a
finals.
chip.
You win the chip.
Well, a healthy-
yeah, but is that
as
still
well-
over your head though? It's like
No.
they're still going to talk about this. It wasn't the Golden State Warriors that you played.
If it was a healthy,
That's gotta suck,
If
man.
it was a healthy Cousins, he only played 20 minutes. If he was healthy Cousins playing 35, that team would probably be better than what I just said. But the fact is, he's not in shape or game shape to play, where you can't go out there and obviously Kerr didn't put him out for 30 minutes. He'll put him out for 20. So that's something where just it's a decimated team. And you got to think, I remember stories about when the Islanders won 4 straight cups after they won their 4th. They weren't even like cheering in the locker room. They were just fucking exhausted. And this is 4 straight finals appearances. These guys are tired.
They looked tired last night. They all did.
Well, especially Curry.
They said Curry was sucking wind.
Draymond Green.
If it was the Knicks, would you care
Kidding
that
me?
they won a chip? Yeah. So there you go.
Oh my
If
god!
I'm seeing the Gatorade like low, and I'm like, get in, you're back in.
Yeah.
I need you.
The narrative around the Warriors, so many people hate them that if they lose in the finals, nobody's going to care. People, they were hurt, but Toronto, look at Toronto. Is Kawhi the new Jordan? That's going to be the narrative.
It was so nice seeing
It
Danny
already
Green
is.
slap those threes. He hit like 3 threes in a row.
Danny Green,
was so
he was
nice.
on fire, man.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about him. You know, he's the only player in NBA postseason history to shoot over 50 threes and have a 50% or over 50%.
Wow.
Only player ever.
Well, they
So
show,
Elena knows him.
Toronto's the
I explained that
I
terribly.
played against
but
him,
you guys
played
got
with
it.
him in high school.
You played with
I
him?
trained with him in high school.
played
Elena
against
knows him.
Tobias.
You met him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I got a
you
picture
met,
with him.
Yeah, you met him in LA
He's
Fitness.
a boy. Well, no, not really. He's being kind of a dick, but.
Well, you were interrupting his
I was.
workout.
Yo, Green, what's up, man? Can I get a picture?
Yo, DG, man.
Big
Welcome home.
fan, man. I'm from North Babylon, dude.
Got your jersey in the car if you want to sign it.
The
Yo, did I get a picture? Yeah, just walk with me.
funny thing though, it's like so important when you have
It's like middle of your
role players are so important though, and I think Toronto exemplifies that fact because
Oh, I'm
they have everyone step by. Curry had no help last night, and especially like LeBron too. Like when his role players, if you take away Kevin Love and when Kyrie was hurt, it was fucking Shumpert.
Matthew
That dude was so
Dellavedova.
fucking trash. He couldn't hit a 3 to save his life, open 3. It was just straight up LeBron. You know, obviously the first title, Kyrie helped tremendously, and they were able to win. But when he didn't have that, and it was just fucking
When Love and Irving both went down, Dellavedova was averaging 20 points.
Yeah,
And that's just because LeBron was
That was
just
one
feeding
player.
him.
Like they had Toronto's had Van Fleet. They had fucking Siakam. He's more of a
Jeremy Lin.
more than a role player a little bit, but
That guy's a star in the
Danny
making.
Green's a role. I mean, they just have guys step up, and LeBron never had that. It was just either him, Kyrie, Love, and then that's it.
I think the only time LeBron
Channing Frye.
had a real team was with Miami when he had
No,
he had Ray Allen, he had Bosh, he
No,
had
the
Wade.
championship team in Cleveland, that was a fucking great team.
the 3 years where his three best teams, he won championships.
Yeah.
2014 was depleted. 2007 was a joke. 2000
Was 2007 when they lost to the Mavericks?
No, that was when they lost to San Antonio the first time.
Oh.
2011, they should have won. You know, he just wasn't ready for that moment. And I always say when people compare LeBron and Jordan, LeBron's story is more interesting. Stars who lose and come back better for that, Jordan's story is not as interesting. He played teams that weren't that great and went 6-0.
The worst part about LeBron, the haters, like, oh, he lost 6 finals. Like if he won 3-0, people would be like, oh, 3-0.
He just needs 3 more. He's Jordan.
But it's like, oh, he should be fucking
1-9 before Pippen is fine.
Yeah. His reputation
Which is
should
a
be
terrible
tarnished
number.
for making the finals when Jordan didn't make got Aster in the first round, second round, all those years.
What's the stat for LeBron in the finals? Is it like 8 straight?
It's 8 straight, and his
Are you
numbers in the
kidding me?
finals. I mean, he's put up the best. I mean, we're going to get so many comments from. We love Kobe, too.
Well, yeah. I love
Kobe's
Kobe.
good.
Oh yeah.
All of us love Kobe
My
too.
favorite
I'm
gif,
not shunning Kobe right
my
now.
favorite gif ever is like the Big Show and like I think Kane maybe. It's like Jordan fans, LeBron fans, and some little guy comes up and like starts annoying him. They both throw him out of the ring. And it's like Kobe.
Poor Kobe, man. Because he wants it the most out of all.
Yo,
Grandmaster
he
sexy.
wants that number one.
Yeah,
He wants it
Like-
so
like-
he doesn't talk about how bad he wants it, but you can just tell.
he
Like,
knows.
Jordan and LeBron are so humble about it.
Yeah.
Jordan's not. Jordan is.
No, and LeBron's not either.
I think Jordan is
Yeah, he
so
is.
comfortable.
He literally said in a press conference, he's like, "I'm the best player in the world." So,
Yeah,
LeBron,
well,
I see him
right now
as
he
more
is.
confident. I mean, they all got to be arrogant and cocky.
yeah,
You
but
have to
you
be.
have to be.
Cocky.
Like
But
Draymond Green.
Jordan is cocky to an extent of he's so comfortable that he doesn't feel threatened by anybody. Because this is a person when people tell you you're a god for your entire adult life, the way people talked about this man when he first got into the league was Larry Bird was saying Jesus is wearing number 23 on Chicago. He was worshipped since his rookie year. So but if you read stories about Jordan, man, that guy's
You do
No,
start
he's an
to
asshole.
he's a lunatic.
you do start to believe it.
Like sociopath. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. And he
Well,
always
I don't get
he
why
does
people-
fuck with LeBron.
It's like, but Jordan's a fucking. I think he's objectively a fucking dickhead. LeBron is such a nice guy, big good family man,
guy, yeah, doesn't get in
opening
trouble.
up schools, donating, fighting for causes. Like,
He's a little passive aggressive at times, and
okay, but he's just
These
like,
are
You
like
have
pers-
to be that way.
yeah.
but like,
And
you
he
know,
can be annoying, but Jordan is like, if
People
you
hate
beat
him.
him at cards, he'll try and kill you.
yeah.
Either that or he's putting
Or
10
if he
grand
loses
on
in
it.
cards, he'll kill his dad.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's a good ending, right? No, his Hall of Fame speech. As much as I dislike Jordan the person, his Hall of Fame speech is hilarious because this is somebody who has achieved everything, and he's going back to like second grade. He's like, "Hey, Mrs. Rogers, remember when you doubted me that I couldn't write cursive? Look at me now, I'm writing cursive on my checks, bitch." No,
Yo.
that was like the extent of
Yeah.
the shots that he was taking at. He's like, "Oh, remember when the Knicks got a Jordan stopper? Ha! Have you seen his Hall of Fame speech?
No, I haven't.
I
It's
gotta
the
watch
most
that now.
ridiculous thing ever. Have you seen it?
No, but I do respect like being cocky in your game. But like if you're, but
But
from all,
he's
from all
like fucking
accounts,
Michael. It's like Einstein going
Yeah.
to like MIT graduating class, giving the commencement speech, and be like, "Hey, idiots, did you discover E equals MC square?"
Yeah.
It's insane.
I just hate how people vilify LeBron when he's literally just like
Perfect.
great guy.
Yeah, he's like the Jeter of the NBA.
Any more
funny.
questions?
It's so funny. They said just real quick, Draymond Green is how cocky he is,
Yeah.
and it's like not even on a stratosphere.
No, he's
just,
not.
just every time he drives.
When he hit that 1-3 in the Houston series, it was like Draymond after he hits 1-3 after missing 19. It was Thanos getting
Yeah.
the last Infinity Stone. The power just surges through him. That is pretty funny. This question here from Brienne. Can you address that half the fans think that Bran is all-knowing? It doesn't work like that, and I'm annoyed a lot. That is, it's people have been saying this, that Bran's evil because he knew how everything was going to happen. He can't see the future as clearly as he can see the past.
It's
So
something.
that's
It's something
gotta
where
throw
I
that
kind
out.
of just stopped, where people already have their preconceived notions. They're like, oh,
well, they're wrong.
it's
When
like
the
why
lore
didn't
says that
why
they're
didn't
wrong.
Bran tell Arya what's west of Westeros? It's like if I'm so caught up on all
Well,
these
that's
little,
kind of stupid.
well, yeah, but there's just so much generalizations, and it's when you try to break down every detail, it gets tiresome. So I'm kind of just over everything. Game
I'm
of Thrones
sorry
at
I
this
wasn't
point.
there for you. You were right where you needed to be, or whatever he says.
You were exactly where you needed to be. This question here from Adam at the Adam something.
Family.
So even when
Steve-
someone's like so clearly wrong
Do
about
you-
Game of Thrones, I just can't like.
All right.
It's not worth it anymore to actually go out and say
it's not
"Uh-oh,
worth it, but you
how-"
keep
Yeah.
talking.
Well, I'm just saying. It's
All right, Steve Rogers is America's ass. Who is Westeros' ass? Lighten up the mood here.
Jamie Lannister.
I'd say Melisandre. I was gonna go Jon Snow, but apparently that's a double. That's a double in the cave. And with Daenerys, that's a double, I think.
What?
When he's banging Ygritte and Daenerys, that's not Jon Snow's ass.
Oh,
Who is it? That's a double?
It's a stunt double.
I'm thinking of
Oh,
all
no
the
shit.
Whose cakes have we seen?
Talissa?
Cersei's was a stunt double, right?
We saw Jamie's
Cersei was a
cakes,
stunt double.
Kit's stunt doubles cakes.
Double stuffed, yeah. Daenerys, obviously.
Oh, you know what I'm going to watch today? Shot Caller.
Oh, I hear that's good.
Yeah.
Watch
Nikolaj?
Chernobyl, dude.
I'm going to. But I want to see Shot Caller, too. He's supposed to be really good in it.
Did you watch Ex Machina yet?
No. You took the DVD from me.
I would nominate Melisandre as Westeros. Well, she's not really Westerosi, right? I'd give it to a Trueborn.
Tormund low-key claps when he walks.
I haven't picked that up.
Yeah. You hear him behind here a little.
Is that where he keeps the horn?
Yeah, that's where he goes.
About the Hound.
We haven't seen his cheeks. You
Oh, you wanna
the
actually see his cheeks?
Yeah, yeah. Didn't
Well,
we
no,
see
I-
Arya's cheeks? She can't be, right?
You don't see Steve Rogers' butt.
No, yeah, it could be.
I mean, anyone.
Yeah, we basically did. I mean,
Mountain's
that
definitely
was
double
skin
cheeked up.
tight.
Yeah, he's got a cement truck.
Who, the Mountain?
Yeah.
All right, let's move
Doing
on.
all that ass.
Built like a
double-cheeked
fucking
up.
ant.
Double cheeked up on a
Thursday
Tuesday.
afternoon.
This question here from Chris Ehrman.
Chris?
What are your guys' top fives?
Of what?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the
X-Files
question.
theme song starts playing.
Top five.
SpongeBob, Pokemon Indigo League.
But like,
Wait, no,
it's
wait,
not-
wait.
No, it's like, what are your top fives?
Food?
So my first top five would be top five pizzas.
Oh.
I'm just giving him an example.
No, I
Calm
think
down.
you're misinterpreting. I think you're misinterpreting the question. I
Oh,
think it should-
you are,
No,
Teddy,
you're
you
way
are
off.
100% misinterpreting
You
the
think so?
question. Yes.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Types of food. Types of food. That's a big one. I think I have a strong top 3, and 4 and 5 are up for interpretation. It's Mexican, Chinese, Italian. Anything else up there, you out of your mind.
All right, but don't give your top five and then
No,
top
I'm
Yeah.
just,
five
I'm
it.
just saying.
Just give me your top
I had to
five.
put that out there.
Then we got 25 of them.
Yeah,
going
then we're
down.
getting. That's good math.
Good math, right?
Wow.
Top five.
My head's in a pretzel right now.
Top five NBA players. I always love top.
Yes.
Top five
Oh,
movies.
that's a
Mine
good
are
one.
very basic.
Top
Top five candies is one I always go to. I'm always debating in my head. Top five rap albums. I love debating. And top five. I would say I love going top five Beatles songs. So my top fives are very personal. The ones that I
Yeah,
just
that's your
discuss
favorite.
internally
Yeah.
with myself.
Top 5 snacks.
Okay.
Top 5 TV shows. Top 5 rap artists. Top 5.
Did you just give yourself vertigo by head nodding that hard?
I kind of burped a little.
Aaron was giving you some
I-
serious head nods.
I want to count like the Mount
got
Rushmore.
Disney. It was like-
Does that count as doing like a Mount Rushmore?
No, Mount Rushmore is the top
No,
4.
Mount Rushmore is a completely different thing.
Is it like a
Yeah,
Mount
it's
Rushmore of sports?
When
Of,
people
like-
try to make a Mount Rushmore top five, I get furious.
Rushmore's
Like,
4.
you have 4 fucking spots,
Yeah.
okay?
all right,
Fucking mutant.
Goots.
top 5
mutant Mount
quarterbacks.
Rushmore.
Yeah. You fucking coming out of Abe's neck.
I'm Calvin Coolidge.
Top 5 quarterbacks.
Calvin would be your 5.
On my personal Mount Rushmore.
There's a fun
He'd be
fact
my-
about him. He had a pet raccoon.
He did, yeah.
And top 5 cereals.
You took actually
Cereals.
3 of mine.
Cereals is a
Go.
fucked up
I'm
one.
curious to hear your top 5 rap artists.
No,
I'm
like,
not.
Biggie's got to be number 1.
Yeah, Biggie, Eminem.
It's definitely like Eminem, Logic, Mac Miller, R.I.P.
no,
R.I.P.
Immortal Technique, and
No, it's-
Lupe Fiasco.
no, it's Biggie, Eminem. Not in this order.
I can
Biggie,
get my
Eminem,
I can't get my
Jay-Z.
foods, but he can give his rappers.
No, he X'd.
Look, he's got good rap knowledge, actually. I lean on Teddy for rap sometimes. I'm cutting that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he lists the most generic top 5 of all time.
Put 3 dots after that statement.
Dot, dot, dot.
Okay. Well, I was gonna put Rakim.
Well, first of all, yeah. Oh, Rakim is generic.
He that was an
Biggie,
audible-
Jay-Z, Eminem, Rakim.
An audible after I called him out.
Give me
No,
some.
you weren't. I've been listening to Rakim a lot recently.
I said it was never just go recently.
Give me like a mastic killer.
See, if
Just
he would have
throw it
said
in
I've
his
been
face.
listening to Rakim
Does, like,
for
Wu-Tang-
a while now,
does
but he said a
Wu-Tang count?
while recently. It just
I would consider Wu-Tang. You can make the case that Wu-Tang is one.
Yeah, it's a group,
I
right?
think you can almost do that. It's you can't do it for Outkast.
Yeah.
Can
It
you?
would make more. I don't know. Maybe you could do it for Outkast.
I
What are your
can't-
top five?
Outkast
Top
is
five?
it's like
more
as a Tribe
top
Called
five,
Quest
top
one,
five?
as Roots one. No, it's a group.
Yeah, but Wu-Tang is something different. Because Wu-Tang, the solo albums, is like that's a Wu-Tang album.
Yeah, it slaps different.
Yeah.
It slaps different.
What's your top
Cut
five?
that out.
Mine, I agree with you a lot. Top quarterbacks, I like doing that. Top NBA players. I'm like the two sports. Cereals is always fun to talk about. I always get all giddy about talking cereals. I guess I like. I'm basic food, and then I would probably do. I don't know. Put me on the spot.
Yeah, like 20 minutes to think about
Just
it.
say porn
Games.
stars.
Yeah, you're
That's
a
it.
big
That's a
porn star
good
guy.
one. That's a good one. I'll do top 5 porn stars.
You want to do that right now?
I would.